I was gonna title this "How to Choose Your Destiny," but then I just picked the arrow of destiny, or how to because it sounds so sexier. But anyway, you know, I think that most of our life we always try to figure out is our individual lives are destined to. No, most people blame the things that for which they had bad luck for, and they never took the time to be able to say they have the power. But as a whole, do you think there's a greater pathway to our life? Like, do we like these type of questions? Do we get to choose the life that we want? I mean, of course, I talk about in my videos a lot that yeah, you can choose, but I'm not talking about in the spiritual metaphysical sense of things, but I'm talking about the thing that people ask, or I used to ask too, that as a whole, maybe there's something bigger, larger than life. This kind of get pretty interesting. If you have watched my video for a while, I would like to ask you: you think there's some type of mysterious force that's working in your life, or there's something bigger than life? There's something that is happening. I mean, of course, I can go deep into, but is there some um like sh- like the whole universe? Like sometimes I think about things like just a simple question that I ask: if the whole universe is vast and is infinite, and the space is forever rapidly expanding really fast, and that for a time they say that the Big Bang, they said they have multiple Big Bangs, or there's a bunch of theories. Now my mind is always trying to search this answer. What before the Big Bang, before everything happened in the universe, they said they have the multi universes, right? But before all that began, why is the universe black? Like, I mean, of course, I read like science stuff, but like, what if all those stuff go away? What is the like? What is all this the empty space like? Of course, they said space is not really empty, stuff like that. But what I'm trying to get at is this: maybe there's something that we have not seen and searched for. Now, this have to do with our destiny. Is there some say that there's a power, a higher your higher self is guiding you? Some say angels. Some say the infinite intelligence. Some say God. Some say other things. But is there, I was thinking this because I'm recording this so I can record instead of me writing like some people write it like a journal. This is a video diary, a video journey that I'm in journal that I'm going through. And it's a journey that my thought it plagued on my mind for a while. That long time, it's our whole life. Like if we think it as a whole, every individual every individual that we come in contact with, we can change the direction that they go towards, right? For instance, the video that you watch on here could change the direction where you're going, where your mind is, because it changes. Like, if you change the way you think, you change the courses that you're going to take. Now, if I didn't stumble on a personal development, law of attraction stuff, or self improvement, my life would have headed in different direction. So if we can take scenarios, all these individuals, people, are they destined? Some people say they're destined to fail, but is it just a thought that they process and internalize, therefore they take action? But is there some mechanism to the universe? And some say yes. And you ask, what do I think? Well, yes, I, there is a power, um, but there is a power that we can call upon, that we can influence our mind and the universe. But is it the notion if what I'm trying to say is each and every one of us, when we cross path with a stranger, and then so let's talk about strangers. There's one where we never see again, but it changes the course of your life. But there's path where a stranger become your friend. But we can become a good influence, a blessing, if we change the person's life and we touch them in their heart. So what I'm saying is, what if a small incident, somehow the universe read your thought and it intervened your life, and that your life is never the same again because the person crossed path with you? Could it be that way? Or could it be something more to life? I ponder these things sometimes, even if I study all these metaphysical or all these spiritual law of attraction stuff. I sometimes wonder if all we learn is these things, then how big is our universe? How powerful it is. When we talk about the quantum world, strange things happen in the quantum world, and that these some say that we cannot control our destiny, that we are forever guided or forever uh, on a string. Some people believe that they can't control their destiny. But then again, that's just a thought. So, how powerful is our thought if we can control the thought? How powerful that our thought could control our destiny? That just a thought changes the course of your life. But it's not just a thought it's when you internalize it, you change the pathway to where you go. It's a big question. I'm thinking about it deeper in the sense that if you never cross paths of the spiritual journey that you're going through, or cross path in a video sense, then you wouldn't be who you are today. Or you, if you didn't fall in love with this person, or something happened in your life that coincidentally intertwine in your life that make you question stuff. I questioned a lot of stuff when I was um, hurting, and no, not now, but when I was heartbroken, and that I questioned these things like, why are we here? Why? What is the purpose of our life? Why do we? I think I said this in my video. Why do we have to grow old and die? But it's just a thought that I asked because I was in pain. But that pain lead me to asking these questions that why? I was trying to find an answer and I couldn't get it. And that our life is not meant to just pass us by. So many of us let that life pass us by and never do anything with it. And that if we can just change and tweak our mind, the way we view life, how, yes, life can be very negative, but if we can see another way to live a life, we don't have to hate it. Too many of people hate their life. because they hate themselves. They hate how they're not in control of their environment. They're not control of themselves. But if only they knew that within the mind that they can change. If they knew that the course of their destiny could change in an instant, but could change because of the way they see the world. The world, it could be a simulation, as Elon Musk said. It could be a game, a holographic game, or a a a thing that it could be a glitch. But I'm wondering if they say that we have control over our environment, or that we can influence the universe or the reality, then they say reality is illusion because it's how we see it. But then, the deeper question is, how big and vast is the universe? You know, one thing that I wish that they had done, a time machine. But not a time machine where they go to the past, but a loop, a a ripple in the universe that we could travel to dimensions to see. It could open our eyes to the gateways of our minds. I sometimes question that there's something bigger. Now, to the illusions, to the thing that I say, yes, it may sound weird and stuff, but it's in my mind that if somehow these things can be able to change, like if you saw yourself and your future self come to you, what do you think about that? Like, how would it change your life? These questions that I ask isn't because it's perplexed me because people in each individual, they have the power to change, but they see as if their life cannot change because they think as if something outside of them have control over themselves. But in the whole thing, the universe, if we in ourselves is the universe, and if they say ye are gods, then can't we control? Can't we create our own destiny and shoot the star that we can shoot it and reach for it and grab it and taste it? And even if we have a dream, that it doesn't have to be an idea, but it can become a reality. Like, is it true that we can do this? Like, is it a dream that people dreamed up? No, people did it before you. All these notions that we ask, like, are we? See, here's the thing. Most people let the outside world, the external world, control them. See, the world that they live in, they give their power over to someone, somebody, the school, the whole society, the way they see things, right? Let me explain. Think about this. If you give your power over to someone, the school, the teacher, or whatever that may be, you're not in control of yourself. So you're letting someone see it in your mind to create the reality that you don't want. The whole illusion is this: everyone is their own unique person, and they have their own unique um flares, their personalities that make them unique because of their past experience, what they experienced, what they know, their intellectual property, how what happened in their life that make them them. But they always somehow give power over the external world instead of understood the inner world that they have created. That if you understood the eternal world, that we can change and mold these worlds, that we can, it's just a simple thought that we can change the way we see and mold in the mind. That if we can just not be arrogant and ignorant, that we could change and mold and like change our life. It's not always easy. The world that we live in is complex. Too many people will make their life way too complex. But it's not just these things, but I think that if they only knew that they have themselves that can change the course of timeline. Like if you can read your timeline, could you change? Will you change? If you see your future now, will you change it today? It's not about the past. Too many people worry about the past. Past, it's gone. It's it's forever written in stone, but the future is not. So what can you do today that changes the course of your life or changes the course of someone else's life? Touch someone today. Not like, but the thing is, the arrow of destiny is how you choose to shoot that arrow, how to where you want it to your destiny to go. It is your choice. It is not some. I think that the universe can guide you, but it cannot control you. You yourself can control you. Whatever that is, whatever your belief is, you have the eternal power that can guide you in your destiny. And look, when I was a kid, I hated life. I believed that I had no control, that life was just, I was there and it's random and chaos. But as I uh, know me, I know that I have the power to control. Not in control of the event, but control the world how I want to create. Success for me is to believe in me, to believe that I can do it. Success is to be able to believe and breathe the success is for me, my meaning of success is to be overcome my fears, even if I have fears, to overcome the thing that people say is impossible to do. Over the years, over this year alone, I've crossed an impossible barrier within my mind. Now it's expanded to a little bit a level where I can see that it's just a limitation, a thought within my mind that until I actually achieve it, it opened my mind to a greater possibility. So that's it. That's just my thought journal today that I want to do, and I hope that you enjoyed this thought process that I have. Maybe, maybe not. You know, you know. I see you. Bye bye.